I just want to apologize to Bullet's mom and Guido's mom and my mom. I am so sorry because it is my fault because it was my stream.
The search of the three missing students continues. 10 days and thousands of man-hours have been unable to produce any clues.
We have a few leads, a few other options we want to take advantage of, and just try to put together some pieces to this puzzle.
Do you believe the occult may be involved in the disappearance of your son?
I'm so scared.
What is up, everybody? How are you all doing tonight? Let me get this music back on. There we go. There we go. Some more of this music from YouTube's audio library. So that is new for me. I usually use Streamlabs, Streambeats, but I really wanted to get some Halloween music for this month, and Streambeats and Spotify didn't really have anything I could find that was DMC free. So I started poking around YouTube and I remembered, oh yeah, they have an audio library with thousands of tracks on it and sound effects and all that kind of stuff. So I started searching, and then I typed in Halloween, and they must have like 100 different songs or sound effects or whatever. So I went in and picked out like an hour's worth, an hour 10's worth of Halloween music, and added it to a playlist, or started them anyway. And I do that on repeat throughout the stream. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't know if I'll use it more because I haven't really poked around too much with it to see what else it has, but I mean, it has a lot of stuff. I'm kind of looking at it now, but it has a lot of stuff, but you know, I don't know if it's actually stuff that I'm going to want to hear or whatever, but you know, I will play around with it a little bit to get a handle of it. But how is everybody doing? I hope you're doing well on this Monday evening. It is a little bit after 9, 3 after 9. So I hope everybody's doing well. So tonight we're going to be playing In Silence. Now, this is a community night, so I typically play with other viewers, either Goulet or Guido or anyone else from chat that wants to play along, depending on what we're doing, or sometimes I have special guests on and we play with them. However, tonight is a special night. Tonight is a community of one. Yeah, that's right. So nobody wants to play In Silence, and that's fine. We can play this by ourselves. We did that before. We didn't enjoy it. However, now that I have, unlike Slender, The Arrival, I have played In Silence before. I had a night where I streamed it for a couple hours. Geez, I don't know, a couple months ago. And I've watched a friend play it, a full playthrough, and I've watched a little bit of gameplay outside of, you know, my own experience as well. So I have a pretty good understanding of how to do it. Now, that doesn't mean I'm any good, and that doesn't mean I still won't get jump scared, but I have, unlike Slender, I can kind of control the jump scares. The only thing that there's only two things that are going to jump scare you in this game. One is you might open a drawer in one of the houses that has like a jack-o'-lantern, not jack-o'-lantern, like a, oh my god, I forgot the name, like a Jack in the Box. There we go, Jack in the Box. And so when you open the drawer, it pops out. It makes a lot of noise, right? So that's the one jump scare, because you never know which drawer is going to contain it. I guess that sometimes it could be on a shelf too, so you want to just be a little careful, because it's like kind of like motion activated if you get too close to it. And the other jump scare obviously is Rake, the big monster that is super sensitive to sound and will come running if you just get too loud. So the Jack in the Box, you can't really control that. One thing you could do is you could try opening up just like the bottom drawers and stay away from the corners. If you go around it, there might be a shelf there. But you have to look through, you do have to kind of look through the drawers, because especially since I'll be playing it solo tonight, my only option to beat the game the only true option to beat the game is to repair the car. So I gotta find keys, and the keys could be on top of a dresser or a shelf or something like that, but it could also be inside a drawer, including the top drawer. So I need to be a little bit careful there, and see how that goes. So he doesn't come running. So, but other than that, it's not, you know, it's because I played it before, it's not gonna be too bad. Again, doesn't mean I'm gonna win. Doesn't mean I'm accidentally gonna make some noise and get killed. Yeah, it happens. But basically what we're gonna do in the single player game is we have to repair the car. That means, so when I start the game, we'll be spawned right next to the car. The headlights will be on, so you'll have an idea of where it is as you kind of wander away from it, because you got to get back to it. It needs parts in order to get going. It needs, first and foremost, a key, right? It needs a key. Second thing is it needs a can of gas, and then it needs 3 tires. I don't know why not 4, whatever. It needs 3 tires. These items, these 5 items, are going to be scattered around the map. And on the map, there are a couple tents, there are 3 houses, and there is a barn. And these items could be in any of them. And since I'm playing in solo mode with, I believe, no time limit, you know, I can take my time looking for them. And also, I believe there will be multiple of these things around the map too. So I'm looking for 3 tires. There could be 8 tires scattered around the map. I don't know. But whatever it is, I just got to find 3. And you can only carry 2 things at a time. So if I happen to be in an area and I see a can of gas, a key, and a tire, I can only pick up 2 of them, right? So what you want to do is when you find the gas and you find the 3 tires, you're probably going to need to bring them back to the car as you find them once you're full. The keys, obviously you keep on you. So once you pick up the key, you know, now you have 1 spot full. And when you find a tire, get that tire, bring it back to the car, go back and find the next tire or the can of gas. There are other things you can pick up in the game, such as some sort of camouflage thing. Camouflage is basically like a bush that you can put in front of you to help distract yourself or distract Rake. Or you can get a scarecrow, which will also distract Rake. The one time that I played it, you know, I didn't feel a need to do that. I basically just stayed crouched and walked slowly along in the shadows from house to house and building to building, using the flashlight to make sure I wasn't stepping in a squeeze toy, and all that stuff. So that was pretty much the safest way to play. And it's obviously nothing is guaranteed to win. You could accidentally step on a squeak toy. There's a lot of things you could do to get yourself in trouble as you're playing this. But you know, it can be not too bad if you take your time at it. Now, some people might say that that's kind of a boring way to do it. Whatever. Play the way you want to, man. And I'm going to play this way. So, I really, really want to try to beat it. So, yeah, I really do want to try to beat the game. Like I said, I played it for a couple hours and I have 0 achievements because I was not playing well. I mean, I didn't even get close to beating it. I don't think I actually put anything onto the car. I did die 3 or 4 times, something like that. So yeah, so we'll see how it goes. One thing I wanted to mention about it, so I pulled up the Steam page to play it, and I noticed that there's a new like a DLC or something. I think, I don't know what it is. It's called Winterland. I'm assuming it means it's a DLC. I really haven't seen a lot of details on it. Let me see if I can pull something up on the web here. Winterland in silence. There's a trailer for it, and I don't understand what the trailer is for. Let's see. All right, so there's a trailer. So yeah, I don't know why there's a trailer. I'm assuming it's a DLC, but literally I'm on their Twitter page and it doesn't say anything about like what it is. But I did watch it and it doesn't really tell you anything. The other thing that's weird about this is they're calling it an asymmetrical multiplayer game. I don't know what that means. I'll be totally honest. I don't know what they mean by asymmetrical. Oh, okay. Asymmetrical multiplayer is a multiplayer mode in which the different players have totally different rules. Oh, okay, got it. I've never heard that phrase. I don't know how I've never heard that phrase. Anyway, so asymmetrical multiplayer. So that's kind of like a Way Out that I played with Guido back over the summer, I think. I don't remember. Something like that. Where we were on a common task, but quite often, you know, we had to do completely different things. But yeah. So we're gonna play that, and I'd show you the trailer, but I have to be a little bit cautious now since YouTube gave me shit for playing trailers when I was talking about what movies are the best horror movies of all time with Guido and Goulette, which is really annoying, but whatever. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kick this thing off. We are gonna kick this thing off and get going. So let me hit play. Let me turn this down. I'm gonna turn the fan off for a second because I'm getting chilly. All right. Let's see. There it is. Let me drag it over. Really? It doesn't let me to resize it? That's kind of stupid. And of course, Steam being Steam, I have to fuck around with the sounds. Again. We get down to music. And let's move this back to game. There we go. There we go. Now you guys are hearing a little. It's a little soft, but it's playing. All right, so let me check out the oops. Let me get rid of those. I don't need that many. I think that would be the right spot for it. Okay. So let me check down the options here. I forgot what some of the controls were. All right, so WASD, space is the jump. That's not usually C is the crouch. E is to interact. T is to throw a stone. Okay. All right, we're good. Back. Oi! In silence. Here we go. All right. So I never threw a rock to distract Rake before. So sometimes when you're in a building, you're in a house, you're in the barn or whatever, and you come out and you just want to know, like you haven't seen Rake in a while because you've been inside or whatever it is, and you don't know where he is. So one thing why didn't I spawn near the car? Oh, I did spawn near the car. Let me pause this while I'm talking. So one thing you can do is, you know what? Screw it. I'm not talking actually. Is this the, wait, what's the control for the flashlight again? Oh, F. Okay. Oh yeah, so you can throw a stone. What was that? That was T, right? Sorry, I'm forgetting this. All right, T is to throw a stone. All right. So crouching makes you very quiet. You move very slow, but you're also very quiet. So one thing you can do is you want to stay in the shadows. You want to try to stay in the shadows because in the light. So Rake, he's very sound sensitive, but if you're in the light, it's much easier for him to find you. Here, it's much easier for him to find you. So you want to try to stay in the shadows as best you can. And the stone, you can throw a stone by hitting T on your keyboard. And the reason I was saying before I got myself distracted, you want to do that is because if you haven't seen him in a while and you don't know where he is, you know, you throw a stone in some direction and he will inevitably go towards it. So now at least you know where he is. and maybe you want to head another direction, so you can throw a stone one way, wait for him to get over there, and then you can head on the other way if that's what you want to do. But since I'll be crouching most of the game and sticking to the shadows, I probably won't have a problem as long as I'm paying attention to the voice meter. And if you never played this game before, here I am talking like an expert. I played it for 2 hours total and I've never beaten it. Well, it's because I died 3 times that night I played it, and then the other time I ended my stream before I finished. But anyway, so down on the bottom of the screen you see 2 items, because you have 2 inventory spots, right? And the flashlight does not consume an inventory spot, so that's good. And the other inventory spot right now is open, and one of them you see a bear trap. It started me with a trap. Now the traps can be important. Rake cannot jump over them, and the way you typically want to use a trap is if you're going into a building. Rake, I haven't seen him just wander into a building. He usually just is wandering around outside. But if you want, you can put a trap at the doorway so that if you were to make a noise, he would get caught in the trap. He will fuck that trap up, but you'll buy yourself a moment, but the best thing to do if you make a noise in a building, despite having a trap there, is just to go away. You probably can't get out of the building because he's going to be coming right in it, but it's to go a little bit away from where that sound was, and crouch behind something, or if you have camouflage, use that, whatever. Just try to hide. So anyway, back into this. All right, so one thing I don't know is if I'm keeping the flashlight on, is that bad? You know what I mean? Does that mean I'm more likely to get caught by Rake? I don't know. That's weird lighting. Anyway, so you can see, so it says I need 1 key, 1 battery. I think I forgot the battery when I was talking about that before. 1 key, 1 battery, 3 wheels, and a fuel. And they could be anywhere. They could be in the houses. In the houses, they could be on the main floor. They could be in the upfloor. They could be in the basement. They could be in the barn. The houses are always on the perimeter. The barn is usually in the center. And so one thing you want to do as well when you're going into this is you want to try to keep a handle on where the car was, because as you're playing solo, that's what you got to get. Right now I've got the bear. I've only got 1 open spot. I don't necessarily need the bear trap. I might drop it. I'll drop it as soon as I'm in a place where I find 2 of the car parts. But as soon as I do, I'll drop the bear trap. I'll grab the 2 items. I'll head back to the car. I'll put them on. Unless one of them is the key, then obviously I'm dropping the bear trap, and I'm keeping the key there because you're not going to use the key till the end. Anyway, I said I wasn't going to do any talking, and I did. All right, so I see the red light there. So you see that really faint red light? That tells you, I believe it tells you the direction of the armory, which is the second way that you can play this game. You typically are going to want to do this if you are playing with a group, because what you can do is you can actually hunt Rake. So you find the armory has a puzzle. Keep looking over there, and the camera's right here. If you find the armory, it has a lock on it with a 4-digit code, and the code is symbolized by an X, a triangle, a square, and I think a circle. And those symbols are going to be around the map, usually in a house or in a barn, and on a wall, typically, something to that effect. So if you're in a house and you see, oh, there's an X8 or something on a wall, just note that down in case you plan on playing the route where you're trying to kill Rake. I haven't played in a group in this game before, so I haven't had the opportunity to try to hunt Rake. And the other way you can play is, again, if you're in a group, you can play as Rake. That's very interesting. I haven't actually looked up gameplay of somebody playing as Rake, so I can't comment on it. So I can't really do much about that. All right, so but that's the direction of the armory. I don't really care about that because obviously I'm not in a group. I see something down there. I see some kind of light. I'm betting that's a house. Turn this up so I can hear it. And I'm gonna mute my music. I know it's a little boring in chat without music, but I want to be able to hear rake. Now, you can see the right on the icon next to the 2, you see that little microphone, and there's that bar, that vertical bar above it. As I am louder, that will start to go up, and I want to avoid that. But what I'm headed for is right where that little white dot on the screen is. I see some kind of a light. I believe that is probably a house. It makes sense because it's pretty far away. So I'm just gonna head straight in that direction. I have zero idea where Rake is, but it's okay because I'm not making any sound anyway. Even if he were to run right by, if I went right near him, I probably would be okay. Not like 100%, but I probably would be. I actually wish it wasn't as far away as I thought. So yes, I am moving very slowly, but my point tonight is to play fairly cautious because I really do want to try to beat it. That'd be really cool. So there he is. You guys can see him right there. I don't know why I turned the light on. That was not bright. That was not smart. Right, so he's going that direction, so I'm perfectly fine over here as long as I'm just being careful about what I'm stepping on. Again, I'm walking slowly because this is the pace that it moves when you're crouching. One other good thing about Rake is that he's very loud when he walks. Like, he stomps, you know. So as long as I'm not talking over stomping, I should be all right. Now in the house, I'm gonna want to put the light on because the last thing you want to do is step on one of those goddamn squeaky toy bears. So you can hear him right now. He actually stopped. So I don't know if he's right outside or whatever, but I need to be a little careful. Let me just wait a second. And okay, this one has an upstairs. The shelves look clean. There's nothing on that. There might be a key. I can't really see the key from this far away. And there's nothing in my path here. Yeah. That bear. I'm gonna head over here. Alright, so I'm gonna go over here first. So this is outside. And there's nothing here. So I'm gonna head back. I don't see anything on the shelf, but since I don't know what that is. Hopefully it doesn't make noise. Alright, so there's, looks like a couple of batteries. Oh, this house is wide fucking open. I'm gonna head upstairs. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention too is I was talking about the vertical bar on the next to number 2 as being the volume meter, which you see as being crouched. It doesn't make any. It doesn't really go up. There's a stupid bear. So let me hug the outside here. The other vertical bar on the side of the number 1, my number 1 inventory spot, is the battery in my flashlight. So the more you use your flashlight, obviously that's going to go down. And if you can find batteries, you can't really use them until you are out of juice in this your flashlight. but it's good to know that they're there when you need them. So hopefully, I'm gonna open these drawers. And I'm not gonna find a pump. I'm not gonna find a Jack in the Box thing. If I do, he will come right to the spot. So what I want to do is basically like go run in that corner, like near that plant or something. Why am I hearing an echo? I guess not. Okay. Okay. So you want to check the cabinets too? I don't know if there could be Jack in the Box in the cabinets. I hope not. Nothing there. Okay. Oh, there's another fucking toy. See anything on there? Okay. There's a battery. I don't need that yet. Fireworks. Why would I? Oh, so things like fireworks are like, well, why would you have fireworks in a game where you're trying to be quiet? And the answer is typically you're hunting rake or you want some kind of distraction, but typically it's because you're playing in multiplayer. Again, there's a battery. Nothing yet. I am not sure if rake just comes randomly into. Ooh, I almost stepped on that. If rake just comes randomly into houses and up on floors, the top floors, or anywhere in a house. But I would know if he was because he's loud. And now he's gonna come running, probably. And that jumped the shit out of me. So we'll wait right over here and see if he comes running. I don't hear him. He must be on the other side of the map. Fuck, that was annoying. Okay. Guess he's not coming. So we found a Jack in the Box. Wait, was there a bear over there? No, I don't want to step on one. Open the other door. Batteries. All right. So this house doesn't really have too much. Couple batteries. Wait, was there another there? There's one right there. Nothing else in my way. Okay. I could jump down, but jumping down also makes noise. Wait, was there anything there? So you can see the voice meter, the volume meter making, you know, it definitely goes up when you're not crouched. And the reason why I'm just turning the light on and off is because I'm just trying to conserve the battery. Even though I know there are plenty of other batteries, I don't want to have to go get one if I don't need to. Radio. Okay, check this drawer. Oh, this house has nothing. I don't know if there's a basement in this house. No idea. Yeah. And I don't think there was anything over here. I can see from a distance. Yeah, there's nothing here. Like, there's literally nothing in this house. Okay, so off to the next house. So this was house number 1. I don't hear him. And I will quickly try to get down the steps and get back into the shadow. There we go. All right, so that was house number 1. There's 2 more houses, and then the barn. I usually have good luck in the barn finding stuff, so we'll head over there. Again, that's towards the middle, so knowing that the houses are towards the outside, I'm just going to kind of stick around the outside and hit the houses first. This also means I've limited how far away, how many places I have to look, so that's cool. So the car, so if you remember, I headed, let's see, I basically came to the side of the house, so the car is like in that direction. So I can know, like, the direction I'm facing right now, the car is going to be basically directly behind me. Rake is always walking around. He doesn't just sit and wait. So you can pretty much hear him walking. Pretty much. Not guaranteed, but pretty much. So I'm basically headed to the other lighted area you can see on there. I don't know if that's the barn or if it's a house. All I know is I don't hear Rake. There might be things to step on in the woods that make noise, but I haven't ever encountered that in the entire 2 hours that I've played, or the couple hours I've watched some friends play. Oh, see, that's why you don't want to do that. By the way, you, just like in many other games, you hold shift to run. But you cannot outrun Rake, no matter what you want. No matter how hard you try, you can't outrun him. So let's see. So this isn't a house. This is a tent. There might be something in a tent. I'm gonna go around the back side of it. There's also a as you get near the barn, you'll start to hear a dog bark. Let's see, there's camouflage. So the camouflage is interesting. So you can carry the camouflage to help you. The Rake won't see you, I guess, if you're wearing camouflage, but yeah, I'm not interested in that right now. I'm gonna do my best not to alert him. So, but here's a tire, so I can take a wheel. All right, so now I got a tire. And so if I peek back out here, the house I was just at was that direction. So the car is going to be somewhere that way, but I'm not going to go. Oh, is that a can of gas? I saw something sitting on this barrel. Let me see here. No, it's just a radio. All right, so I'm not going to go back to the car right now because I can still drop the bear trap I'd rather just keep exploring since I'm, it's going fine, going fine right now. Keep exploring, see if I can find the next house. And then, if I find something in that house, fuck that surprised the hell out of me. All right, so the rake walked right by me. And because I was silent, I'm guessing that's why he didn't kill me. Um, I'm just gonna make sure I stay quiet and keep moving. You can use the scarecrow. I don't see the other house. You can use the scarecrow to distract him as well. So like so the bear trap, I said, like, it's a really great thing. Like if you go into a building, you can, what the hell, I can see the other house at all. You can use the bear trap to put like in the doorway and sort of maybe slow rake down for a moment. If you were to make noise, it gives you a second to continue trying to find a good hiding spot, because he's gonna go right to where the noise is. He's not gonna necessarily like look around. Like I did something like that before. Like the first time, well, the other time that I played, I was in the kitchen and I stepped on the squeak toy, and I didn't know what was going on, and I was sort of talking to Chad about it, and in the meantime, Rake came running. But I just crouched and hid, and I was like right next to it. Maybe I had backed off a couple feet, but I was more or less right next to it. And there he is. Yeah, there he is. So he's on the other side of that rock. There he is. You can barely see him, but he's basically walking that way. So, and I'm headed this way, so that's cool. I see 3 boxes stacked up there. I think that might be the barn or something. Let me just keep heading this way. And eventually I'm going to bump into the next house. Eventually. So, one interesting thing to note is on the multiplayer version, you do have, I mean, you don't have to have a time limit, but they encourage you, I guess, to set a time limit of like 15 or 30 minutes. But you can't set it to unlimited. On solo player mode, you are on unlimited mode. So here's house number 2. So I've got all the time in the world. I mean, unless I die. All right, so we're gonna keep going. Oop, I see a can of gas. So this house has the gas. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, I don't know what else they have in this house besides the gas, but as soon as I get that gas, I'm gonna head back to the car. I'm gonna put on one tire, the tire that I have, and then I'm gonna put the gas in, and then I'll have 4 things left. I'll have 2 more tires, key, and a battery. So that's good. We already know one house has nothing. We'll see what this house has besides the gas. But I'm gonna need to drop the bear trap. Now, the cool thing about the bear trap, and I forget which key it is to drop it. Placement G. All right, we'll just make a wide. This is the house that I stepped on the squeak toy by accident. All right, so we're gonna take the fuel. So you notice the sound meter doesn't come on when I'm opening the drawers and the cabinets and things like that, which is cool. All right. So I could go back to the car right now, but since I'm already in the house, obviously I might as well keep looking around the house and seeing if there's something else in here. There's another battery. Oh, that's the other thing too, is maybe I mentioned it earlier. Um in single player mode, there are multiple things around. Like there's not like a billion, but you have multiple, like there's you need 3 tires, and in like multiplayer mode there are 3 tires, you know. But in oh, there's the car key. I can't take it. Okay, that's good to know though. All right, so that means there's 2 tires and a battery left to find, so I'm gonna leave that drawer open, and the battery is not going to be in a drawer, and neither are the tires, so I don't need to check tires, and I don't need to check drawers anymore. I do want to see, I think this house has a downstairs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. All right, so actually having the key there is good, not taking it, because it's the last thing you technically it's the last thing you need, because it's the one thing that you can't just put on the car. All right, now it's quite possible that either the codes I was telling you about before, if you want to do the armory route, they would be like, you know, on the wall somewhere in the house. So, or in the barn. It's typically where they would be. I actually haven't been looking for them. Is that a battery? What is that? Oh, that's a, oh shit. Yeah. Nope, now I know. So we're gonna wait. We'll wait a second, see if we hear him come walking. But if he doesn't, it's probably because he's on the other side of the map. And I don't hear anything, so I think we're good. But there doesn't seem to be a battery in here anywhere. Right, just the fireworks. All right, so I guess we're good. What's that? Paint roller. All right, so we know that we know there's a key right by the front door, or right as soon as you walk in the house, or in the door here. So we're good there. And there's no, okay, no things. There's one squeaky toy. All right, so the battery is, I mean, the key is right under the TV in this house. Now, I can't get hurt by the bear trap, so it's cool. I don't hear rake. What I need to do is I need to go to the car now. I hear Rake. I don't see him. I'm gonna throw a. I need to go basically. I came from that direction. I need to head back in that direction. So I'm gonna throw a stone like this way. He didn't go running. But he didn't go that direction. He went the direction I want to go. Alright. Where's the car? It'll be that direction. I just wish I knew where he was. Alright, it doesn't matter, I guess. Make sure I'm sticking to the shadows as best I can. I'm crouched, right? Yeah. Is this dude? Alright, I'm gonna throw another stone. Nothing. He's way far away from where I'm throwing. Alright, so that's that scarecrow guy. That is not the car. That is not where I want to go. Alright. So we're good. Keep walking along here. Eventually I'll see the tent. But basically, I'm trying to head basically where that light is. I'm just sticking somewhat close to that. I think I can see the outline of the tent. I have a ways to go. And the interesting thing is, I find funny, you don't make a lot of noise when you're putting the tires on. You would think you would, but you don't. Okay, so there's the tent. Yep. And let me just throw a rock again. Nothing. I don't know where he is. I don't hear him. Okay. So I can cross. I'm gonna. So I don't need to go to the tent. I think that's the barn. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the barn, which is fine. That's the middle of the map. So I need to keep heading this way. And as soon as I hit the other house, I just need to keep walking by it. Alright, that's the barn. So since I was walking in one specific direction, I hit both houses, or two of the houses. I think what I'm gonna do is after I get this stuff on the car. Oh, there's a tire right in the middle of the road. Once I get this stuff in the car, I'm gonna go to the I'm gonna grab that tire. Actually, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab that. Once I get these on the car, I'm gonna grab that tire, and I'm gonna go back to the car and then put it on, and then I'm gonna head to, and go back to the barn. Where is this dude? So one thing you also want to do is I'm in the shadows because his thing is hearing, but if you're standing in the light, he will fuck you up if he walks near you. You can use your flashlight to blind him, but he can see that you're in the light. So that tire right there, actually, I was saying I'm gonna grab that after, but that's actually it's not like a trap or anything, but it's a potentially risky thing to do. If you knew where Rake was and he wasn't near you, then yeah, you could absolutely go for that. You could absolutely go for that tire, and I might, you know. All right, so here's the first house, and I had approached it on the sides, which means the car is going to be this direction. Yeah, this is the right way. Why don't I hear this fucker? He is not interacting with my stones at all. Alright, anyway. Okay, so I gotta be close to the car. There he is. He's headed right to where I want to go. So I'm gonna throw a stone that way. See that shit? So, yeah, he was headed right to where I, you know, right in the general area where I need to go. I think what I'm looking at there is the headlights of the car. So he just fucked that stone up. I think that's the headlights. Find out in a second. I believe so. And I don't hear him headed back towards me. So that's good. So, here we are. First we'll put in the gas, or it doesn't really matter. Okay. Get the gas. We can do a tire next. Okay. All right, so we got a tire. Yeah, we're right at the outskirts. All right, so what we want to do now, we need to, so we know where the key is. So all we need to find is 2 tires and the battery. And the barn was in the center. So the easiest thing for me to do, it doesn't really matter. I can go straight and I can take a right, or I can just go back the way I was and cross the road. Since I know he's not over here, I'm actually just going to cross now and then walk straight up. Because now I'm headed, once I get across this road here, I'll be on the same side as the barn. Okay. All right. I'm on the other side of the road, and I'm going to head towards those light-ish, towards those lights. There's a lot of lights around the barn, so we're doing all right now. And I don't know if that's the barn up ahead of me or if that's just the intersection. I don't really need my flashlight right now because I'm so many lights around. This actually would be easier to see if I turned off my lights in the room here, but it's just too dark if I do that. Okay. We're moving slowly. Oh, what the hell is that? Is that a tent or is that a barn? I think that's the barn. I think it's a tent. I'm pretty sure that's a tent. Yeah, it's another tent. Well, that's cool though. Because maybe the tent has something. I don't hear him. Oh, so I mentioned it before too, like when you get to the barn, you'll notice that there's nothing in here. Bear trap. I don't need a bear trap. Let's see, maybe I'll get lucky and there'll be something around here I need. He didn't move for that, so let me try another one. I heard him walking, but I didn't see him, so I wanted to throw a stone. Because I'm going in this direction, so I want to keep throwing ones away from where I'm going. And if I don't hear him move, it means he's not anywhere near it. Okay. So we're going to keep heading this direction. I think this is the barn up here. I think. Let me throw another stone that way. So far, so good. The red light is basically where the armory is. Armory is it's like a storage container that has a padlock on the outside with those 4 codes I was telling you about. And those codes, you know, like I said, you have to find the symbols with the numbers, corresponding numbers around the place. I didn't notice them in the second house. I wasn't really looking for them in the first house, so they could have been there. There could have been a code or 2 there. But I didn't notice it. So if I was playing with somebody else and we wanted to do hunt rake, we would have been paying a lot more attention. Oh, there he is. He fucked that stone up. But he was heading towards basically where I want to head. So that worked out. The barn is also very big. You're not gonna miss it. It's way bigger than the houses. I believe this is it here. Wait, this isn't a house, is it? All right, we're good.
You all by yourself tonight.
God damn you! Fucking A. You suck. I don't think I had jumped once tonight until right now.
Yay!
Yeah, you win.
I got you again.
So you know what I'm realizing is, so I've played this game once before. Like I played it for like 2 hours. But I played it enough that like I understand it now, and I understand how to like not get killed. I mean, that doesn't mean I can't get killed accidentally, but like it's
So you know the mechanics.
yeah, because there's two scares. You can open a drawer and have like a jack in the box pop up, and then
That's
the guy,
kinda lame.
I know, and then the monster rake. But like he's really loud when he's stomping, and so you can hear him coming. And if you see him or if he's heading in a direction you want to go to, you have an infinite supply of stones. You just throw a stone in the other direction, he just bolts for it. And then you just keep going the way you're going. And I found if you crouch, you make zero sound, and sound is what attracts him. So all you have to do is crouch and stay in the light. I mean, out of the light, and you can pretty much walk around and wherever you want.
He has no sight.
He does, but it's not good. Like if you're standing on like under like one of these like street lights, he will see you and he'll kill you. So you want to stay out of the light. So now this makes for a probably really slow and boring play, but you're not gonna die. I have never beaten this game, so I don't care how long it takes me. I just want to fucking beat it tonight.
Is that it in front of you, or is that something else?
This is the third. There are three houses. They're all around the outsides, and this is the third one. I need to get up here before he sees me in the light, but once I'm in the house, I'm pretty much okay unless I step on a squeak toy. Squeak toy, he will come and tear it up. And he's really, really fast when he hears a noise. So,
your video's a little choppy.
Yeah, I noticed I'm having
your stream.
It's the internet, because I noticed I just started having a few issues. So
I wasn't sure if you hadn't reset your computer in like a week again, and you're...
No, I restarted it today actually.
Nice.
So there's a box on that shelf that is a jack in the box too. If you get within like 2 feet of it, it goes off. That happened to me earlier today. It scared the shit out of me because I forgot about it. So in solo player mode, your only choice to beat the game is to fix the car, and you need three tires, the key, a battery, and a can of fuel. There's the battery, sweet. Oh, and there's one of the codes. So this is what I was telling people just telling me. There's a code if you want to do an armory. The armory is when you're playing with multiple people, because you can actually get weapons and hunt the monster instead of him hunting you, which is kind of neat. And you find a storage container that has a padlock and outside, and there's going to be 4 codes, like the X, triangle, a circle, and a square, and each one has a number, and then you just jot them down, and when you find the storage container, you can open it up and you get weapons and you can go hunt them. All right, so I already have a tire and a can of gas. You can only carry 2 things at a time, so you have to make multiple trips. So, and I know where the key is, so the only thing I need left to find are the 2 tires. And then I need to go back and get the key. Wait, squeak toys, right? I don't need to open the drawers anymore because I already have.
So I know you played Resident Evil 7 before.
Oh god, I did not fucking like that.
How far did you get in that?
Oh Jesus, I only played that one night. Not very far at all. I'd say I played it for about 2 hours. Where was I? Have you played it before?
I just started playing it.
Where are you?
I got past the part where you fight the dad in the garage.
That was miserable.
So I got through that. I'm now in the main hall. And there's a bunch of puzzles and like a dog head emblems I gotta find. That's where I'm at.
Yeah, so I got a little past that. So I was
Okay.
I'm
So
playing
we're right around the same spot then.
Yeah, at the hallway, and then I get a little bit afterwards. After that, is where I got, and then I stopped. But it was funny. So like, you know how when you go to the garage just to like let that cop in, right?
Yeah, the dickhead cop is just like, no, dude, I'm gonna die. Come save me.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh no, you're a suspect. Like,
So
really?
I'm playing, and I don't remember who it was in chat that was telling me this. They're like, oh, there's a cop. Like, he's gonna be your friend for the rest of the game, a companion. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. No, he's not.
No, that was a little bit unexpected.
Yeah.
I thought maybe he was gonna be like another. Yeah, I didn't
So,
expect that.
and you can probably imagine why I had trouble with that part, because you have the gun, and then you have a limited supply of bullets, and then you have me trying to aim.
Yeah, not that it makes any difference, because you apparently can't kill this motherfucker.
No.
I'm shooting at him. You're driving the car into him. He fucking shoots himself in the head. And then, 15 minutes later, he's chasing my ass again. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm just trying. No.
Yeah. So after the, you get him in the garage, right? You run him over and shit, or like you do whatever. You shoot him in the head. You're like, he's done. And he gets up and what the fuck?
Yeah. And then he's like lit on fire and he's like still coming at you. And I'm like,
Yep.
all right,
Yep.
what's going on now?
All right.
Because before, like, I didn't know much about the game going into it.
Mhm.
Like, I knew it was a very different take on Resident Evil.
Yep.
Which I'm sure like I'm a huge fan of like the original Resident Evil games.
Yeah.
So I was and I heard what I've been wanting to play it, so I've gone in pretty blind, and a couple of things I noticed. Like one, it's exhausting to play. Like it's just like fucking unsettlingly creepy.
Yes.
Like I can't play it for very long amounts of time. I was gonna play it a little bit tonight.
You mean number one?
What?
Number one you're talking about? The original?
No, Resident Evil 7.
Oh, yeah.
Like I can like Resident Evil, like the original one, I could play for a long period of time. This one I've got to take in small bites. Like it's reminding me of when I had to play when I was playing Outlast. Like I had to play in little bits because it just got to be like it's not like freak me out, scaring like I'm cowering in the corner, but it's like stressful.
Yeah, you're calling it creepy, and I played it.
I know.
So keep that in mind.
I'm gonna ask you if you have the VOD from when you played it, because I never watched it because I've been wanting to play it myself.
Hold on a second.
Fresh for me.
I heard him walking. I don't know where he went.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to get into the light here.
Can you lean or anything?
No. Yeah, I hear him. I hear him quiet. I'm gonna sneak out here and throw a stone.
Can you throw a stone into the house and lure it into the house?
No.
No? Huh.
Alright, so he attacked the fuck out of that stone. Maybe I can see him now. Yeah, we'll see him. Alright. I just won't dawdle. I see a tire right there, but that's not a tire I want to get after because it's right underneath the lamps.
Is that another item you need?
Yep. I got the battery, so I need 2 more tires, and that would be one of them. But I've heard that in solo player mode, there aren't just 3 tires. Like in your multiplayer, whatever items you need, there's exactly that amount on the map. But in solo mode, there's multiple. Like if you need 3 tires, there's maybe like 5 around the map.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sure that there's probably a safer tire to get than that one. There's a
So anyway, do you still have the VOD of you playing Resident Evil 7? Because now I'm a little curious what your reactions.
My reaction was terror. that was my reaction. I did not even editing when I edited my video of that to get clips. I was jumping from editing the video because I forgot where the jump scares were.
It stressed me out, so I'm like, now I really wanted to see how the hell you handled it.
I did not well at all. Not well at all. I'm like standing in the hallway and I'm playing with and there's people on in the stream who played it, and I'm like, I'm not going in that room. Like they're like, you have to go in that room. I'm like, I'm not going in that room. And it was just not pleasant. And I'm not
I
gonna
guess
find the
I went
car.
into a room before I was supposed to,
Yep.
because there was like that rec room in the upstairs of the main hallway.
Yep.
And I was saving that room for the end because, you know, it's a big room, so I figured something would have been happening in it. But I guess you're supposed to do that room first, because then you can like explore it and you get different items and a VCR tape. But I went into trying to do other doors in other rooms before, and so now that guy came back and he's like hunting me around the house.
Yeah.
But I have to get shit out of that rec room, and I don't want to go back. I ran to the laundry room and hit the safe room and saved, and I just like I gotta go back.
I think
And
one of the first biggest scares for me is when you go up in the attic and you climb up that ladder.
oh yeah,
And I was not fucking expecting that shit. I died. I think I died twice. Yeah, I died twice on that before I realized, oh, you have to go up a little bit and then come right the fuck back down.
yeah. I climbed up the ladder and then I saw another door to the side. I was like, oh, there's stuff over there. Let me go explore over there first. I start climbing down the ladder.
Yeah.
To go check out the other room, and all of a sudden I hear the chainsaw. I was like, what's that? Oh, she's coming out the window.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good thing I came back down. So, like my stupid gamer brain, you know, I got to explore every little corner
Right.
before I move on. So I was like, oh, I better not go up this ladder first. Let me finish exploring the attic.
Right.
And it worked to my favor because I triggered it.
Well, I died twice before I beat her, because the first time I'm like, well, I'm just gonna stay up in the ladder. Oh no, oh, that wasn't a smart move. And then the second time I had like trigger fingers, and I fumbled my way getting down the ladder, and then she like chopped me in half or whatever.
The fuck me moment was she attacked you, which okay, like I could kind of see that coming. But after you finish her off with the axe,
Yep.
it's like, all right, cool, you know, bitch one is done. Let's finish, you know, getting through the house and stuff. And then you go back and she's not there.
Yeah.
That made me go, wait a minute. Because, you know, she's not a boss character. Like, I'm thinking, like, you know, Resident Evil. So, you know, you've got the zombies and the monsters and shit. Like, once you kill them and put them down, they're down.
Yeah.
And the only ones that, you know, if you kill them and then they, like, come back and get you a second time are the tyrants and, like, the end boss characters. And I'm just like, oh, different. So it's almost like every character in this game is like a boss character. There's no, like, zombie fodder for you to kill.
Right. Yeah, everything is tough.
Which is similar to like Outlast. Like there's no like zombie fodder characters. Like every character is like a boss sequence.
Yep.
So that kind of threw me for a loop. And I noticed like it's very realistic.
Yep.
Like, you know, in Resident Evil, you've got the big giant mansions and the giant labs. You know, it's very gamey, very like B-movie horror. You know, the guest house, like the houses are set up like the maps, like a house. Like there's the living room and the dining room. Like I feel like I'm just literally walking around a house. Like it's not some big compound.
Right.
You know, and all the items are skewed apart. Like it feels very real, which is throwing me too. But then there's like the little Resident Evil stuff. So you've got like the little save tape, the herbs, finding handgun ammo, and like it's still Resident Evil, but it's very different. It's cool.
Yeah, they really just changed the whole feel of the franchise. And I haven't played the Village because it's not free on Game Pass and I'm not spending money on it. But I didn't, like, you know, obviously I'm not a huge fan of the horror game, so I can't imagine myself playing it. But I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's always something with it being in first person versus in a third person view that kind of like amps it up a little bit, I
That's
think.
that's what it is for me in horror games. Like I've seen gameplay of Evil Within before, and I think
Yeah.
that I'm gonna, even though there's a lot of jump scares in it, I think I'll handle it a lot better because it feels more RPG, not RPG. It feels more like shooter, action game.
Yeah, it's more like a third person shooter. It's definitely in the vein of your Resident Evil 4, Dead Space. It'll be like a third person horror shooter, I
Right.
think. Because the guy who did Evil Within did the original Resident Evil trilogy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the guy who did Evil Within, like the whole marketing campaign was like, the original horror has returned or something like that.
Ah,
Because it was right around this point where Resident Evil was kind of going off the rails with Resident Evil 6,
yep.
the multiplayer stuff that they were trying to do. The movies got just over the, like, everything just started to get a little very campy, very action, very over the top.
Right.
So this guy was coming back with Evil Within, and reviews seem to be like, ho hum, like, it was just kind of like more of the same. Like, it wasn't as bad as like the Resident Evil 6 and the super
Oh, hold on a
campy
second.
shit.
I heard him walking. Didn't see where he went though. Okay.
Very quiet.
There's a dog in this game in a crate, and
That would throw me.
you can, apparently if you free the dog will lead you back to where the car is for if you get lost. But I'm always like, and then you got to run after it. I'm like, that doesn't seem smart because the dog is loud and it's just, what the hell is this thing? I know I heard it.
Does it bark at you?
The dog? No, I'm looking for the guy. I heard it stomping. I just don't see him. Because he doesn't come in the houses, but he will walk through the barn because it's so big and open. I would hear him. He's constantly walking.
You did Resident Evil 7 on your Xbox, right?
Yeah. I mean, assuming that it's still free.
I think it is. Because I had to spend some time kind of tweaking the graphics settings.
Oh, really?
There was some setting called like shader cache that was, I don't know what it was doing to my video card, but it was just completely eating it up. So I had to turning it off. Like, my frame rate was so stuttery and jumpy, and then turning that off,
Yep.
it was fine and smooth.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. It
Oh,
doesn't change any actual graphics settings. It just kind of changed how it caches. Either maybe it goes from like my RAM into the video memory, or for the video memory into the RAM. I don't know.
this is the side I came out. Yeah. So by the way, tomorrow night would be the best night for me to go see that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I was hoping Thursday.
Yeah, because Thursday I have to take my older son to this like 2.5 hour basketball camp thing. Like, it's so late. It like starts at 6 and doesn't get done till like 8:30.
Okay.
And I brought him to it last time, and oh my god, like, it's outside, and like there's nothing for me to do. I just went and sat in the car, but then he's like, why weren't you watching me? I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, it's 2.5 hours long, dude.
And it's not like it's a game to watch, it's camp, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's just like,
training.
it's just exactly. Shit, I hear him. Fuck.
I mean, it's not gonna be dropping out of the theaters like in a week, is it? Like, can we go see it next week?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Alright. Maybe we'll do like next Tuesday or Thursday then.
Right. All right, I guess you left.
I've still got, apparently I have like still, I still have 2 weeks of paid time off to use.
Do you?
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, because of the issue I was telling you with us this year, where we're dropping them off and picking them up.
Yep.
Fuck.
Do you hear him?
Yeah, I was in under a light, so I had to toss a rock in opposite directions so we would run towards that. All right, now I gotta find the car so I can drop off this tire and the battery. The hell's the car now? Now I've lost my direction. So there's a barn. I headed straight for that. Oh, so the car must be like this. Okay. I think. Whew. Damn. Wait, he went in the opposite direction of where I threw the rock. That was weird. Wait, no. The car can't be that way. The car has to be this way.
No ghoulie tonight.
No, she's still on holiday or whatever.
Ah.
I think she'll be back on Wednesday.
Your chat's all quiet tonight too.
Yeah, this is the first time since I've been here where like there hasn't been anyone on chat.
My goodness, you were certainly a solo show.
Yeah, it's really weird. I can't remember the last time, whether it's Twitch or here, that I have had 0 people in chat. Really strange.
And you couldn't get anyone to do this co-op, huh?
Yeah, no one really wants to play this one. I don't know why.
You have people to play that Devour game with, though, right?
Yeah, there's apparently a shitload of people that play it on Brother Darkness's server. So I just got to tell him, and I always see, I'm on his Discord every now and then. I look at the messages, and they're like planning Devour nights like weekly, so it won't be any problem to play. However, they are so far advanced. They're like, oh, there's a new map out, and I'm like, I don't even have it installed. So, you know, so the thing is, like, it won't even be technically that scary because like there'll probably be 3 other people that know exactly what the fuck they're doing.
Well, it's kind of like when you're doing Phasmophobia with the Ghoulette, because
Right.
she's got like hundreds of hours in this game and knows exactly what to do. I
Yeah.
feel like half the fun in that game would be like not knowing what to do and trying to figure it out.
Right.
It'd be like it's
Like if I played it solo, that would be frightening.
yeah. It was like the forest. Like
Yeah.
if you first started playing with somebody who knew exactly what to do,
Mm-hmm.
so that you're in there, it's like, all right, we're building this, we're doing this, go fetch this, go chop this, go get
Yes.
that wood, go get, and then it's just kind of like, well, okay.
Yeah, that's what it's like when I play the forest, because I play with people that know what they're doing, and they literally say, all right, just go chop down some wood and go get some rocks so we can build a stone wall. I'm like, okay. So I'm just running around doing tasks, and they're like, oh, there's monsters. I'm like, oh, okay. What do you want me to do? No, don't worry. Just keep collecting rocks. We'll take care of them. Okay. You know?
Yeah. Half the fun of like that game, like other survival games, is like trying to figure out how to survive.
Right.
So like when we first played, and neither one of us had played before, that was cool because we had no fucking idea what was going on, and then we're getting attacked, and we're like, oh my god, stop! Like, and we just built like a campfire.
Yep.
And then you die, and then you retry.
Yep. And there's another. Wait, is that the first house or the third house? I think it's the third house. Where the fuck is the car? I've lost my direction now. God damn it. Wait, is that I don't know which house this is. My God, I'm not even. I'm like not in danger of dying yet, but I might not. I might be playing this well past. Oh, shit. Oh, I have been at this house because there's a trap right in the door. This is that is the first house. All right, so I'm headed the right direction. The car's over this way. Yeah, so like, but now in the forest, I know a lot. I know that, you know, build your camp right near the water so that you have the back of it as water. That
Yeah,
way,
you don't have to defend that
right.
spot.
Or even
And
better
it, also,
is,
and it also gives you access to fish, so you have like unlimited
yep.
food.
Or even better is
Was that a man?
it's the mannequin.
Is it a
Yeah, the first time
mannequin?
it's a mannequin. You can pick them up and use it as a decoy.
Oh.
Because when you're hunting him, you know, you wanna be able to lure him to things.
Okay.
So or the other trick in the forest, which is pretty much foolproof, I've discovered, is building, because there's a couple islands, maybe 2 islands, maybe 3, that
This one that you guys built on the island.
yeah, we
ferry
built an
back
island, and
forth.
literally there's no fear. Nothing can get out there. Nothing can get out there. So you're perfectly fine. So you don't have to worry about anything coming destroying your shit, because nothing can get out there.
I built a tower. So I built like this gigantic circular tower and put like a platform up on top of it, so you're like 200 feet up in the air. Nothing
Oh,
can
really?
get you up there. Yeah, it's pretty safe and cozy up there.
The other thing that I didn't get a chance to do yet in that game is you can build like basically a treehouse.
Yeah.
And you can connect them, but like we weren't building them in spots where it was in the right spot to be able to connect it, so we didn't get a chance to do that. And
I tried the tree houses, and they were such a pain in the ass. Like on my solo single player game,
yep.
I used a tree house as like a forward base to like save.
Okay.
So it was just one tree house, and then I put it by some place that had like some food, some fish and shit. So I built a tree house, and then I had a drying rack to put food on, and then like a little bed and campfire. And it was just essentially like a stopping point between wherever I was exploring and like my main base.
Yep.
And that seemed to be all it was good for, because when I tried like creator modes and shit, and I would try to build like a big sprawling um tree house village hut all up in the air, it was such a pain to get it to like connect properly.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bigger monsters, they just knock over the trees.
Yeah. Oh, really?
So
I haven't.
yeah.
I don't think I've seen ones that big that knock over trees.
Oh yeah, no, some of the bigger mutants just fucking knock over the trees, and that pissed me off. I spent like all this time, like an hour, building my tree fort here, and it just got fucking knocked over.
Yep.
But I found building a double wall essentially kept everything out
So
long enough for me to keep it out. So I had some sort of defense spiky things,
mm-hmm.
and then I had a stone wall,
Mm-hmm.
and then on top of the stone wall a stick fence.
On top of the stone wall, you just stick fence. Okay.
Yeah. And between the stone wall and the stick fence, they kept getting like stuck on it. And then behind that, I had my actual wooden wall. So I had like these 2 walls in front of each other. So the regular mutants couldn't get past like the stone wall with the stick fence.
Yep.
And if the bigger ones came, by the time they got through that stone wall and were starting to get to the other wall, I had already had enough arrows in them to kill them.
Okay. So
I stockpiled arrows and bows and weapons and shit. Like
we struggled with a double wall. Did you build it like right next to each other, or like, you know, a few feet apart off each other?
Like feet apart, like a good space in between.
Okay.
So I have enough space where I have like, you know how you can put that gate in the walls?
Yep.
So I had 1 gate in the inner wall and then 1 gate on the outer wall. So it was enough space for like 2 gates to open and close with each other.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we put them right next to each other
in between the walls and like defend myself too.
Okay. Yeah, we had put them right next to each other, and so they would knock them over at the same time.
Yeah, no, they were spaced out. I ended up when I finished my like single player game and I was playing on multiplayer, I was joining public games. So I got to see like what some of these guys had built. You know, some of these guys would have these elaborate, you know, lounges and shit.
Really?
So I actually like I learned a lot just by visiting other people's games and seeing what they built.
Yep.
And then I would do some other games where like this gigantic fortress maze would be built, and then he would like push a button and just unleash horde after horde after horde after horde, and we try to defend them. And as they breached one wall, we would move back to another one. And it was almost like tower defense, and that was pretty fun. Because he also had like a tower with like a hang glider on it, so I got to play on the hang glider.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so I playing some of those other multiplayer servers were fun and kind of learning different things to do. And then I took that and then started my own multiplayer game where I was like, all right, I'm gonna build like my impenetrable thing and see how long I can survive.
Right.
Because I had already beaten the game and I played some multiplayer games. By that time, I was getting pretty tired of it.
I cannot find the fucking car.
You lost, G.
I am.
Gonna have a lot of awesome highlights from this stream.
I'm gonna leave this as just this is just gonna be actually in the very beginning, because I understand how to play it. I was giving a lot of instruction, so I think I'll make like more of an instructional thing, and then assuming I actually stay up long enough to beat this, because this is taking forever.
Yeah, you're very slow going. I kind of look at it once in a while and it's just like, oh, no, he's crawling around in the dark.
I'm trying to walk slowly because I don't want to have to die, but where the fuck is the car? No, this is not right. I haven't been over here before. I was doing so well for like for quite a while there in terms of keeping my bearings, but now I seem to have got myself turned around. What is this? Oh, I'm near the armory. I'm way the fuck away from where I need to be. Oh, there he is.
Got as many highlights as Slender's second night.
I didn't even clip. I didn't even go back and clip it. I just put the whole. I chopped out just the gameplay and just did the VOD, because I'm like, yeah, there's nothing there. Like maybe I could show some of the beginning part where you had hopped on and told me to stop strategizing and just do it. Right around there, maybe there was some somewhat interesting stuff where I got freaked out, but the rest of it was just kind of boring.
Yeah, you weren't really freaked, but maybe it was interesting. I don't know.
I think maybe it's because the first night, like, it was all new to me. And then the second night, I'm like, I understood it a little bit more. And so, like, the jump scares weren't really scary.
No, I think once you got past that 8 pages point, the game kind of really slows down more to, like, story and atmosphere. Because that whole 8 pages sequence is just the jump scare part of the... Oh, hello there. Little monster.
It's weird.
It's just all the jump scares from the 8 pages, first game.
Right.
Which was fun. Because he's hunting you and you're trying to pick up this stuff, and, sometimes he teleports around, sometimes he follows you, and like it's more,
yeah,
you're definitely being hunted. And then after that, it's all atmosphere and story.
Yep.
Which, I mean, may be fun if you're playing by yourself and you really get into it. Like when you were playing Firewatch.
Oh god, that was not fun. It wasn't. It was just boring.
Yeah, see, I really got into that.
Really?
Yeah, I think I told you, like, I played that right when like the lockdown started.
Yep.
Like we were 2 months into the pandemic, so
yep.
like May of 2020. and I started playing it, and I got so wrapped up in the story,
Really?
and I liked the environment, and the graphics were cool. The back and forth between your character and what's her name, Delilah,
Yeah, Delilah.
was just fabulous, absolutely fabulous, with the back and forth between two of them as you get further along. It reminded me a lot of GLaDOS in Portal, where she's always
Yeah.
talking to you through the game.
Okay.
So you kind of get like attached, but I mean, but it was also like the entire game was all about isolation, and kind of like discovering yourself
You're
as
discovering that you're an
you
asshole because of the way you treated your fucking wife.
well, it depends on how you answer your questions in the beginning too.
Oh, well, my character was an asshole. I was like, what a dick. He should just fall off a cliff.
Yeah. But it was all about, I mean, you've made your mistakes, and you go and you reflect about it and you come out a better man type of deal. It's like going on one of those
I think I see the headlights.
Native American spirit quests or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So, but again, like, it's not, I keep saying like I'm a valley girl. It's not like it wouldn't be very interesting to stream, I don't think.
It wasn't.
Especially not as a viewer either, because you kind of lose the intimacy between you and the game. If
Right.
you're watching someone else play. And you are trying to be entertaining or informative or whatever as you're playing, opposed to just sitting there quietly and getting absorbed into it. So
Right. Well, it's
like
like
Firewatch, I felt was great, but maybe not good to stream. So maybe that second half of Slender would be the same way.
right. I finally found the fucking car. Jesus Christ. How did I get myself so turned around?
About 20 minutes later.
Yeah, that took a while. All right, so I'll have one more tire, and then I think just the key left. I know where the key is.
Well, there's one more tire right there by the light, so you could just grab the key, and get the fuck out.
Could.
I should go to bed like at a decent hour and go to bed early-ish.
Yep.
But I still want to play Resident Evil 7 tonight, at least for a little bit before bed. Of course, I'm going to get myself all stressed out, and then I'm not going to be able to go to bed, so I'm going to have to watch some porn and jerk it before I go to bed to calm down.
There you go.
I'm so into Spooktober, I'm watching spooky porn.
The hell? Spooky porn?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm watching like werewolves and vampires go at it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Where the fuck do I put the battery?
All in on Spooktober, man. Or what do you call it? Frighttober?
Yeah. Battery goes in the fucking... Oh, there it is. Thank. Oh, that's how you do it. All right, so what do I have left here?
So what was more fun or scary to get chased by? The monster in Silence or the Slender Man in the first night of playing Slender?
Fun?
Well, fun, freaky,
Oh, the Slender Man
interesting.
was way worse. Like 100 times. Because it was smarter than this thing. But you notice, like I've been playing this now for about an hour and a half.
Well, I just popped in when I finished watching Penny Dreadful because I was like, "Oh, it's Monday. Oh,
Yeah.
he's fun."
So I've been playing this for an hour and a half, and I haven't come close. Not, I could get killed at any time if I fuck up, but I haven't got close to getting killed. Like I hear him coming, I throw a rock, it goes the other direction. And other than that, I'm crouching and I'm staying in the shadows. So like it hasn't been an issue. All right, so there's
So the rocks are OP.
rocks are OP. Yeah, absolutely.
And there's not even a mechanic where like you have to pick up a rock.
No,
and
you just
hold it.
always have a fucking rock.
You just always have rocks.
Yeah. And like
See, I feel like
I'm
if they made it where you had to find a rock and
mm-hmm.
keep it in your hand,
Mm-hmm.
then it would. And then if you throw the rock, or you forget to pick one up, or you only can hold one, you might add a better layer to it.
Right. All right.
Opposed to just like chucking tons of rocks everywhere, infinite rocks.
So I do that too. Like, I get out of a building, or like right now, I don't hear him. So like I might chuck a couple rocks just to see if he's anywhere near me. Because if he's anywhere near you, he will go running for the rock. And so if you throw a rock and I'll like throw it in a couple different directions, and if he doesn't move, then I know that he's nowhere near me. And you can hear him. He's really loud. All right, so I'm gonna head this.
Yeah, the Slender Man was not loud.
No, Slender Man, and they had all those things where like if you glance around, you see something white about chest high. Like, oh shit, turn around.
Yeah, because he would fuck with the camera too.
Right, so that was like your little cue.
Yeah, you get a cue that he's nearby.
Yep. And the worse it gets, the closer he is.
Yeah.
Although I did discover that even if you like if you don't supposedly like you don't look up, he's not going to get you. That's not true. We learned that. I was looking at the ground one time and I saw his feet. I was like, oh, and then I was fucked.
I don't know, like part of me kind of wants to grab the Arrival because sometimes it goes on sale for like $2.
Yeah.
And if I can beat it in 4 hours or so, that's worth it. But I kind of just want to play like the jump scary part of the 8 pages. I'm not.
Yeah. So there wasn't.
Although I think the ending part of it is supposedly pretty good too.
Yeah.
So like you got like that first couple chapters are really good, and then there seems to be a bunch of fluff and filler, and then like the last chapter is supposed to be pretty good. I don't know if I can bring myself to get through that hour of fluff to get to the end.
In all truthfulness, since I decided, I finished those 2 streams, I'm never gonna play it again. Oh. There he is. So yeah, so now every time it's like, I'm not saying that I have like won this game, but like every time I hear him, I just throw a rock in the direction that I don't want to go, and he goes there.
It's a very dumb monster. It is no alien in Alien Isolation. That thing will fucking learn as you play the game. Yeah. So like when you first get the flamethrower, it doesn't know what the hell it is, and so you flash at it a couple times, and it like because it really doesn't like the fire.
Oh really?
So sometimes if it's chasing after you, you can fake it out just by pulling out the flamethrower, and it'll stop and get scared.
Really?
But if you don't use it, it'll start to get braver and braver because it'll see it and then it'll start to hesitate and then it'll come a little more. So like sometimes you can fake it out if you don't have any like ammo.
Yep.
Yeah. Or, if you hide in a particular place frequently, like I was hiding underneath beds quite a bit. And then it started figuring out that I was under the beds. So it kept checking under the beds and it would get me a couple times. So I had to change my hiding spots.
Huh. All right.
Yeah.
So this was
I don't know if it does like if it quote unquote learns intelligently, which I'm sure it doesn't, but I think like the game like will cheat a little bit.
Okay.
But it makes it so much more interesting.
All right. So I need a key and the other tire. I know where the key is. This is the first house. So I know how to get to the second house. I just go around the side. And then I just gotta grab a tire. Maybe even the one that's in the road. I'm fine with that.
Just grab it. Just start chucking rocks everywhere and grab it quickly.
Yep. All right, so that'll be the tent, and the house is on the other side of the tent. So another 17 minutes of me crawling in the dark here, and I'll have the. Oh, there's the tire. Oh, should grab it right now. While I'm thinking of it, I don't hear the dude. That's right under the fucking light. Jesus. Oh, here he is. he went the other direction. Probably grab the tire now. I don't know how far behind the stream is, but as I see, I keep having issues.
It's been okay when I've been looking at it.
There we got the tire. I think it caught up. All right, so there's a tent, so I just need to keep walking this direction, and the house is on the other side of the tent. That's the key, and then I just need to get back to the car.
Take it after tonight, you're probably never gonna play this game ever again.
There's no need to. You know what I mean? Like,
because you got it.
What's the
right?
You just go slow enough, and you'll fucking get it.
Yeah.
I was watching this guy. I don't forget his name now. This YouTuber guy. Apparently, he's like the horror gamer guy, and he was playing like Devour and something other. I was watching him, and I watched another of his videos, and he was playing Phasmophobia. He's level 5,700, and I'm like, oh my god, that is all you do is play that game.
Well, if he does YouTube full time,
Yeah.
if he does horror games full time, Phasmophobia is still like a newish game out, so I feel like these guys are always going to be playing what's new.
Right.
Whereas, we're playing games from years ago that we just haven't played yet.
Right. And, that actually is interesting. Like, first of all, the idea of doing this full time would be nerve-wracking because like it's essentially a popularity contest. And then like I'm thinking, how the fuck do you get games unless you have like you're making good money or you have sponsors that are sending you games, because that happens to people if you do well. Like game companies will send you their games to play, to review them essentially. Like it's expensive to keep getting games.
Well, I mean, if you consider it a business expense, and I feel like a lot of like the bigger streamers,
Yep.
they do a lot of like multiplayer stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they, you can play those for hundreds of hours at a time.
Right.
I think like Sakuno has like stupid amount of hours in Among Us, and that's like a $5 game.
Right. Yeah, there was this guy that I used to be friends with on Twitch, and he was a devout Fall Guys player. Like he was amazing at that game. But it was like so boring. There's the key. All right, we're good. We just need to get back to the car alive.
But also, like, again, if you're doing this full time, buying new games just becomes a business expense.
Right.
Like,
That's true.
a new game that you buy, cause I haven't bought like a brand new release, $60 release, and Christ, since Link's Awakening came out for the Switch a couple years ago.
Yep.
So, you go out and you buy that $60 game, but because it's new and it's fresh, more people will probably tune into you and you'll make it up anyway.
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of releases, so I tried finding information about it, but apparently there's on the Steam page for this, there's something called In Silence Winterland. And it sounds like a new DLC, but the trailer they have for it didn't show anything except maybe a little snow. And I can't, but there's no release date, so I can't tell if it's just like an add-on, like texture pack, or if it's like a true DLC with a different map, or what the fuck they're doing.
I don't know. Subnautica has a DLC that came out this year, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a whole new map, new character, same kind of gameplay, but they switch it up a little bit with some new environments and new items you can craft.
So what is that game like? Is it
It's like
it looks like, I swear to God, it looks just like an exploration game.
yeah, think the forest but underwater.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, so there
all
are things trying to kill you and stuff.
not really, not until you go like further out.
Okay.
Like you start the game off in kind of like Happy Ocean,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it's essentially just trying to survive in the ocean. Like you got to make water and you got to make food and you got to have a place to stay. Um, but the game kind of nudges you with like story cues.
Yep.
So it'll tell you, oh, go this way over there. There might be something, or there's a radio transmission, or you have to go to the crashed ship. So the
Okay.
game kind of very cleverly pushes you in different directions on the map. And to get to some of these locations, you need to get like better gear or a submarine or a weapon to defend yourself because things are going to start attacking you as you go further on. But it's very exploration based.
Okay.
Because you will get to a point where you can essentially survive comfortably.
Yep.
Like if you think about the whole beginning of the game is just learning how to survive. The second part of the game is like crafting, building, and then exploring. So you explore more and more and more of this map, and then the last third of it is going deep, deep down into the map in the ocean and kind of like finding the end game portion.
Okay.
Like there's always this drive to go deeper and deeper and deeper into the ocean, and to do that you need to like collect these items and craft more, and like it gets, you know, and it gets more dangerous the deeper you go. I mean, it was a great hook. Like I didn't think I would really be like, I'm not really into open world games. Like I'm not going to go and explore
Hold on
the
just 1 second.
entire map or every little side quest thing. But this game like just naturally makes you want to explore because everything is a little different and it's just pretty. Subnautica and Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, there's like this natural curiosity drive to just explore that I didn't think I would have.
Yep.
But kind of makes you do.
I can see the headlights.
Almost there.
Oh, interesting. I just saw a little graphic for a stone. You don't have unlimited supply. You
It looks like it
when you
recharges,
walk
though.
over them, you pick them up
Oh.
randomly. Like I've got 4. So that I just picked up my 4th one. So you can run out. I just wasn't paying attention to that graphic.
Huh.
I don't think you could see. You wouldn't want to be staring at the ground trying to find them either, though. All right, so not that tire. Not that tire. Must be on the other side. Oh, no, not that tire either. There we go. Okay. Okay. And that's it. Literally the most anticlimactic fucking ending.
Yeah.
Hey, I did it. Look at that, 10:55.
Good fucking timing.
Great fucking timing. I'll turn the camera back on. So, this was not like last week where I was, oh fuck, every 5 seconds. Because I know I essentially knew what I was doing. So, unless they change something up, like I feel like it'd be hard to lose this game.
Yeah, no, you've essentially figured it out. I feel like you can just now tuck it away. And
Yeah,
you don't have to
right,
look
and
at it
it's not
again.
even scary anymore. Like
No, even if
the first time I played it, I was like, I didn't know what the monster did when it killed you. I didn't know how it worked. Nobody, they said you had to be quiet, but they didn't say stay out of the light. They didn't say don't run. They didn't say crouch. Like they were, nobody was helping me at all. So I was walking in the light. I was running.
That's the thing. Like that's part of the fun, though. Like trying to figure out how to like not die.
Right.
But once I feel like, yeah, once you figure it out, then then you're kind of done with it.
Yeah. So there are no good highlights for this one, but because I did finish it, and I did talk to people about like what you have to do. I could probably string together a nice like how-to video of how to play this game.
How to beat it,
Yeah.
essentially.
How to beat it. So yeah, I will I am pretty sure I will never ever play this game again. So hey, look, I got some achievements now finally. I got some achievement called Braveheart. Why don't they tell you what the achievement means? I gotta look it up because I want to know what it means. Brave heart in silence. What is that one? It's a rare achievement, and it doesn't tell me. It still doesn't tell me what it fucking does. The hell? How can it not tell you what the achievement means? Control F. Fine. Braveheart. Braveheart. You can choose single player mode. Oh, it just means you escape the single player mode. Wait, really? Only 6% of people achieve that, so everybody must be playing multiplayer.
That or they just all suck.
Yeah, well, I suck, but I don't like. Again, I don't know if I don't think I could lose the single player mode. Yes, it's going to take me. I'll probably get faster at it because like when the monster wasn't around me, when I didn't hear his footsteps, I didn't need to keep crouching. I could have been walking. So I probably could have shaved a good 20 minutes off this if I wasn't crouching the entire time.
Maybe you could become an in silence speedrunner.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's a great. Yep. That's a good one. I could be in silence speed runner.
Yeah.
What I do. So I said I would never play this game again, but if I actually found a group of people that wanted to play multiplayer mode where we could do one of the two things I'd like to try, where you hunt them, or one of the players is Raze and you're trying to kill the other players. That would be kind of fun. I'm curious how that would work because you are smarter than the other players. Like you would see them, I guess, right? Unless like your screen is very dark, but maybe it heads towards sound. Like it sees like in radar or something like that.
Maybe. I feel like if you're gonna do something like that, you're better off playing that Dead by Daylight game or doing a Left 4 Dead PvP.
Dead by Daylight's one I want to try because I think that isn't that the one where you get like all sorts of movie horror villains and stuff.
Yeah. They really lean into all the different monsters you can play as.
That sounds kind of cool to me, but I know it's just a gimmick to get you to buy more skins and packs and shit.
Yeah, but people do.
But I would love to be like Pinhead or Freddy or something. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, but then you would suck at it, and then you would just like do a disservice to their name.
And yeah, I would fuck up as Pinhead, and then all of a sudden the portal to hell would open behind me. You have failed us.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh shit. All right, so we'll hang out here a little bit more on Discord, but I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you, nobody, for showing up. And
I showed up.
well, thank you, Guido, for showing up. I devoted 100% attention to you tonight. So hopefully it'll be better on Wednesday. I think Goulet will be back on Wednesday, and I'll be playing Evil Within. And I had asked Excelsior, who apparently loves Evil Within 1 and 2, if I should actually just spend an hour and a half, 2 hours on one of them, and an hour and a half, 2 hours on the other on Friday, or if I should just play one for 4 hours. And he said, no, they're different experiences, so do one on Wednesday and one on Friday. So that's what we will do, as long as they're still both on Xbox Game Pass. I will do that. So Wednesday I'll be playing Evil Within, the first one, and we'll see how it goes. And have a great night, everybody. Talk to you on Wednesday.